Hello! Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Post Darlington, post the Lady in Black, post the track Too Tough to Tame, post I've already done this joke once in my lifetime about there being a gazillion nicknames for Darlington. But she deserves them because she's a good old track. She put on a heck of a show this past weekend between the nationwide race and the cup race. So I guess the first thing to get to is to the nationwide race when Chase Elliott did basically the impossible and went from I guess it was where was it? He was sixth. He went sixth to first in 2 laps at the narrow as heck Darlington Raceway. Yeah, sure. That made sense, especially since he's a rookie. And yeah, that was a heck of a driving display. He was made it pretty tough on the Cup guys who always moonlight down there. That's gonna be a fun points race to watch between Elliott, because he's gonna do some rookie things. That's the thing. Everyone was like, "Oh, is he moving to Cup now? Blah blah blah. He needs to be in a Cup car," and everyone needs to pump the brakes because he's had 2 incredible races, making some incredible veteran moves and doing incredible things, and he's gonna have 1 week where he looks like a total rookie, where he looks like looks like a fish out of water. He's gonna wreck somebody, or he's gonna drive the car into the fence, or he's gonna do something, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that was a rookie move. He's not ready for Cup," even though they've basically declared him and basically said he's gonna be in a Cup ride at the end of the year. Yeah, people need to pump their brakes. I know things have worked out by now for guys like Joey Logano, who was moved to Cup way too fast. I know he's having a pretty good go of it. He's looking like he belongs now, and he's going to have a really good career. I know Kyle Larson, who got another top 10 in the Cup race at Darlington. He's trending upward. He's looking like he's going to be a great asset to Ganassi for the upcoming future. But man, I think of another guy who won 2 races when he was 18 in his first nationwide series season, and that was Casey Atwood. And where was he after, like, I don't know, 2 years maybe, 3 years, however long it was. He was gone quickly. We'll just say that he was out of there pretty fast. Now I don't even know what he's doing anymore. Someone out there probably does. I don't. And I'm not saying Chase Elliott is going to be Casey Atwood. Chase Elliott looks like he has a ton of natural ability behind a race car, but we need to slow down on moving these rookies up, because they're not always ready, even when they look like they might be. They just ain't. But anyway, that's my take on that. On to Saturday's race. Getting my days mixed up. On to Saturday's race, which was really fun to watch. Even at a place like Darlington, even when the cars get strung out, it's like, man, this is fun to watch, just because the cars were falling off. I mean, they were 2-3 seconds slower than after about 30 laps on their tires than they were at the start of a run. Like, it's just fun to watch them fight a slick racetrack like that. And I mean, it's just a lot of fun. I know I'm not exactly voicing myself very well here, but okay. And I'm not driving very well either. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm just stuck, I guess. Anyways, wonderful. But yeah, it's just fun to watch guys race that track, and of course, I mean, it's hard to race somebody else, and all the rookies had had problems getting into the wall. A lot of people had problems getting into the wall, and NASCAR would throw a yellow for it every time someone seemed to get in the wall hard enough. And then there was a little time there during the end of the race where, I don't know, Brian Vickers spun out and was, sideways at pit entrance. But NASCAR said that wasn't caution worthy. And then another guy smoked the wall like, I can't remember who. I'm trying to think. Might have been, wasn't Alex, but I don't know who. I hate to sound like an idiot, but someone hit the wall like during that sequence of pit stops. And NASCAR was like, nah, we're gonna look the other way on this one. We're gonna no call this one. And I don't know. It's just, I hate to be Mr. NASCAR's inconsistent guy, because everyone is NASCAR's inconsistent guy. But yeah, I thought that was a little bit egregious, especially the Vickers deal. That should have been a yellow. When a guy's, went up the track, hit the wall, spins down across the track, and comes to a rest. Sideways in pit road during green flag stops. Yeah, that's a yellow every time, and they didn't throw it, but that's all right. That's just what we've come to expect from the officials at NASCAR. I don't know. I don't want to be Mr. Conspiracy Guy, and I don't know what they would have been looking for, except that they wanted to get all the green flag stops in to be quote unquote fair to everybody. I don't know what their thinking was, but I thought that was a little bit silly, but that's not. I need to not be hung up on that, because I'm pretty close to sounding like, NASCAR's WWE guy, and I don't want to sound like him. Them. But end of the day, it's funny. I kept talking about all race long about how the track would change and there'd be comers and goers, and yet the entire time Kevin Harvick was the class of the field pretty much. Led 280 something laps, just ridiculously fast. He had a heck of a race, and he deserved to win that one. And lucky for him, everyone seemed to want to run over each other there at the end. With Clint Boyer getting into Kurt Busch, and then a couple other wrecks to cause a couple of green-white checkered attempts. And we had the Hendrick guys up front taking 2 tires, which 4 tires ended up being the right move, but it probably wouldn't have been had there been one fewer wreck. And if there would have been no wrecks, Jimmy Johnson probably would have won. And then if we wouldn't have gotten that first green-white checkered attempt, Dale Earnhardt Jr. might have been able to hold off Harvick, but Harvick was coming, and he was the class of field. And now, even though he's like 20th in points or whatever, I haven't actually looked at him yet, but even though he's way back in points, he's technically the leader. Oh, look at that! Not time. He's now definitely in the chase. Definitely. And it's a good thing for the chase system, because he's tracking toward the Ryan Newman 2003 season, when he won like 8 times and finished 10th in the points. So he's going to benefit from it. But yeah, that's funny. We just had a nice little, a very, 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 very classy looking day to night transition in a 2000 video game, a video game made in 1999, and yet the current game out is incapable of having, times changing. But whatever, apparently we don't have the technology to go from day to night, even though we just did it. Anyways, yeah, so that's essentially what happened this weekend and my thoughts on it. I'm trying to think of anything else that's pertinent to discussion. Cautions, getting annoyed with their timing and their inconsistency. Chase Elliott, I'm asking people to pump the brakes on. Kevin Harvick is awesome. And let's not worry about Jimmy Johnson, because he was terrible all race. Terrible at the beginning of the race, and they worked on it, and he ended up having a chance to win at the end. So people need to, he's not going to miss the chase. And finally, we've had our first repeat winner, so that maybe the whole we're going to make it to 16 or past 16 winners talk can die down a little bit, because we weren't going to make it to 16 straight. And thanks to Kevin Harvick, maybe that talk will end. For a little while, anyway.
It's starting to get interesting.
Until, you know, 7 new drivers win the next 7 weeks. In which case, I'll get worried about my stance that there's no way in heck we're going to make it to 17 winners this season.
He is currently running in 4th place.
I can see that. Alright. Let's just see what I can get out of this. I'm glad I turned it down to 90%, or else I would be really, really annoyed. I mean, I'm totally racing at 100%. That's the one thing about the stupid Coke 600. And if this would have been another race, I would have been done by now, and I wouldn't be struggling to think of things to say. I'm about to start a, hey, how are you guys doing? But then y'all can't answer me, so, oh well. I could just get Mark Martin here, and I could get some points on him. Alright. Yeah, I missed my setup too. I don't have enough speed down the straightaway.
He's currently running in the lead pack.
Ooh, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Oh, car. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad day. I'm in that I'm in the Dale Jr. spot in second. God, how many seconds does that guy have? Like, just a ton. He has 3 this year. He has 5 top 3 finishes in 8 races this season. That's silly. That's a silly amount of good finishes. But anyways, all right, I'm done. I guess that's it. And you know, I mentioned Jimmy Johnson making it up to the field. Matt Kenseth made it the exact same amount, and he was up front pretty much that whole last stint of the race. Actually, he was pretty up at the front pretty much the whole second half of the race, for a lot of the race, really. And he came from about the same spot Jimmy was, and he didn't get a whole lot of recognition for it, but that was a heck of a drive by the 20 team. But anyways, okay, I'm done. That's it for this week. No race this weekend because it's Easter weekend. I'll be at the lake anyway, so no need to make a preview. Until next week, I will catch y'all on the flip side. J-Mac out.